We didn't find anything connected to the case, just some personal stuff.
Okay, Mick. I'll see you guys back at the station. Thanks.
Right.
Satisfied?
Well, so we didn't find anything today, but I'm gonna keep on looking. Your father was spotted near where Grace Ellen was found murdered. I'm sorry, Kevin, I can't ignore that fact.
Well, maybe you should be more concerned with finding Victor. If he's a murder suspect, why don't you put out an APB? Get the whole department involved.
Doc, we're looking for him.
My father is out there somewhere. Maybe lost, maybe injured, maybe worse. And all you're doing about it is rummaging through his dresser drawers. Why does he stop wasting time looking for evidence that points at him and get out there and find him?
Please, have a seat.
Well, thank you.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, my baby sister ran away several years ago.
Excuse me, Miss?
Colette Lambert.
Well, Miss Colette Lambert, this is an escort service. Detective agency is up on floor.
Yes, I know. Thank you. I saw the sign. You see, Eve, well, really her name's Evelyn Lambert. We call her Eve at home. You see, I think that she worked for your agency a little while ago. Do you remember Eve Lambert?
I'm not familiar with that name.
Oh, well, you see, Evie, well, she left home after a horrible, terrible falling out. And it was about, well, you know, you two look like a very sympathetic man. And it was about a man.
A man?
Yes, you see, Evie was in love with this guy, engaged to him, and the truth be told, the man was just interested in me. And, well, I told him, of course, I could never betray little Evie like that, but he insisted he was in love with me, and Evie found out, and she ran away, and now I simply must find her because, well, our mother is dying.
This must be an awful time for you.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, it is. So you see, I simply must locate Evie because I just want to give our mom one last time with Evie before Mom passes away.
Colette, I'm very sorry, but I do not know an Eve Lambert.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, dear me. Are you sure you don't recognize the name? You know, maybe she changed her name because she was this very voluptuous sort of Marilyn Monroe type gal, you know, and she wasn't blonde, of course. She was brunette, but she must have worked for you, oh, say 4 years ago. Does it ring a bell at all? Any little bells there ringing for you?
Even if I did remember her, company policy forbids me to reveal any information on our employees.
Even on former employees?
Never.
Oh, well, what about former employees whose poor, dear mommies are dying?
Well, the rules are very clear on that point. No dying mothers.
Excuse me?
But I thought your dying mother approach was very well done, especially the tear in the corner of your eye. Really fine. You can leave now. Hey, say hello to your mother for me.
You know, Grace was such a rare person, Mike. She had that amazing instinct about how to make people feel better. I mean, she knew if you needed a shoulder to cry on or a kick in the pants. She just knew. That's what made her such a great nurse.
And a great friend.
You know, she was so sure that we were right for each other, that we were supposed to be together. She nearly convinced me.
Nearly doesn't cut it, Matt. I mean, you can't force love.
Well, sometimes when we were together, the difference didn't even matter. I should have tried harder.
When someone is killed, the people that are left behind usually think that if they had done something different, that person would still be around. You know, if I'd only driven the kids to school that morning instead of letting them get on the school bus, or if I didn't stop for one last drink. Life is a crapshoot, Matt. But you've got to let go of this feeling guilty.
I can't. I keep remembering the way she was the last time that we were together. And then I told her I didn't want to date her anymore. And what I did was cruel.
It was honest. You cared too much to lead her on. Grace would not want you to blame yourself.
Mr. Sullivan, a lot of these people that are here today were friends of Grace's from the hospital. I'd really like to introduce you to them.
Well, maybe later. I'm very glad you came after the way I treated you, asking Grace not to see you.
Please, that is forgotten. Did Mr. Sullivan come? Is she coming?
No, she couldn't. Coming here would have been the first step to accept that Grace is gone. My wife's not ready to do that.
I am so sorry. Grace is one of the loveliest people I have ever met. I just can't imagine the pain that the two of you must be feeling right now.
Outliving my child. I never thought.
You know, these funerals are just starting to just too close together for comfort, you know?
You know what? Nobody was even broken up about Devlin. But Grace, she was such a nice person. The world is truly going to be a darker place without her.
You know, when I was helping Matt with that mess with his brother, Grace was right in the thick of it, and she seemed pretty selfless to me.
You know what? She told me one time that the reason she became a nurse was to give back because she really loved to help people. Why would someone want to kill someone like her?
Anybody is capable of murder. Fit of anger, backed into a corner. Or maybe you just can't figure out a way to shut somebody up.
You think that's why Grace was killed?
All I'm saying is I get this phone call. Grace, day she dies, she wants to talk about you and Ramsey.
I told you what she wanted. She knew that Chris and I didn't have an alibi for Devlin's murder. Do you really think that I would kill her because she was going to tell you something that I had already told you myself?
Well, what about that knucklehead Ramsey?
He swears he didn't do it.
You know, explanations are just fiction to make people feel better. I'm telling you right now, if I would have gotten a hold of Grace, I think she would still be alive.
I just wanted to let you know that Grace's friends are here for you and Mrs. Sullivan. If there's anything we can do.
That's very thoughtful of you, Dr. Devlin. Grace never believed you killed your father. She said you were too gentle. I'm beginning to see why she liked you so much.
Thank you for saying that, Mr. Sullivan. It means a great deal to me.
Grace will be missed. We'll never forget her warmth.
I'm glad Grace had such good friends.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, any luck with Victor?
No, actually, right after I leave here, I'm going to WLPC. Making a televised appeal might help me find him.
Yeah.
You know they're going to want to talk about general homicide.
That's probably the only reason they agreed to do the interview. Is that Grace's father?
Yeah, her mother was too upset to come.
I'm gonna go pay my respects.
Mr. Sullivan, my name is Kevin Collins. I just wanted to tell
What did you say your name was?
Collins. I worked with Grace at the
How
hospital.
dare you come here? My daughter died just exactly like the character in your damn book. It's because of that piece of trash that my daughter is dead.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Get out of here. I will not have you polluting my daughter's wake.
Of course, I'm sorry.
Busy?
Listen, I'm gonna have to call you back. What is it now?
Okay, listen, you were right. I was lying about my sister. The truth is, I need money.
Sweetheart, get in line.
Well, I really do. I mean, my back is up against it. I lost my job, and I owe 3 months back rent. And they're gonna kick me out in the streets if I don't have something by next week. And I was gonna sell my car, but someone stole it.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because I was just hoping maybe you'd recognize my talents and give me a job. You see, I don't like to beg for money.
Well, you know, I could understand why Lucy Cole, the millionaire, would be ashamed to be seen around here.
Oh, no, you must have me mixed up with somebody
listen.
else.
Forget it, okay? I recognize you from the paper. I don't know what type of scam you're trying to pull, But quit wasting my time and get out.
Wait a minute, you really are mistaken. I am not Lucy Coe. I'm not. I'm really not Lucy. I'm not.